Hi guys, just Karina here. As most of you know, I do a lot of baking, cooking and things like that. Like to share the things I bake with people at work and friends and things like that. So a lot of people have been actually asking me for quite a while to maybe do videos, or I try to make your recipe but it never turns out, so how do you do it? So I'm just going to do a quick little video on my Skor squares. So they're actually quite popular. One of the most requested things that I bake is the Skor squares. It's pretty simple to make. It's maybe 4 ingredients, and that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you guys how to make that. So first of all, I'm actually going to go over and wash my hands, because always need clean hands when you're going baking and things like that. So all right, so hands all washed, dried, cleaned, ready to go. So we'll just go back over here. So for the Skor squares, just to show you, you just need a box of Ritz crackers, condensed milk, Skor bits, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. So to start off with, open the box of Ritz crackers, obviously. So in order, you need to crack them up. So sorry, it's going to be a little bit loud. You can usually, you can crack them up or squish them, whichever, by crumbs, using a rolling pin or whichever, anything you want, a skillet or a frying pan. I just use my hands, so sorry, it's going to be a little loud for a minute. Some people like to, as well, put them in the food processor and pulse them to fine crumbs. I myself don't like that. I like to have a little bit chunky, so go ahead and get that all done. Almost there, sorry. Just in my hand. Not rocket science here. So that's all done. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the bag. Just dump them in. Got a bowl here. Any kind of size bowl is fine. So I do that. I'm just gonna spoon. So maybe I'll go down so you guys can see. Sorry. So I got a can of condensed milk. So go ahead and get that opened. For anybody who doesn't really know what condensed milk is, it's just evaporated milk, concentrated, really. It's actually very good, very delicious, very addictive. As a child, I remember one of, for a snack or whatever, I used to, or my mom would sometimes have a piece of toast and they just pour sweetened condensed milk on it and eat it. Sounds a little disgusting or gross, I guess, but it was kind of I don't know if a lot of newfies did it, but it was certainly done in our household. So these are Skor bits. Looks backwards to you guys, I guess. So you can buy them where you buy baking ingredients like chocolate chips, things of that nature. It's all in the same aisle. It's just called Chip Bits Skor Toffee Bits. It's kind of what a toffee or what a Skor bar is made out of. So what you actually do, pour 3/4 of the bag into the bowl. So there it is, just the Ritz crackers, condensed milk, 3/4 of the bag of the toffee bits. You only put 3/4 because you do want to leave some for the topping. And now, actually, all you do is stir. So you get that going. Oh, actually, preheat my oven at 350. Sorry. So preheat your oven at 350 degrees. It's one of the most simplest things to make, but tastes absolutely amazing. And like I said, I've had people, friends, family, or at work especially, oh, can I buy a batch of those? Bring in a whole pan. So I've often made it and sold them at work. Like I said, it's so simple. A lot of people aren't really able to bake or anything like that, so I'm more than happy to help if they want and give instructions. So there it is. It's all stirred just like that. You just mix it all together. Then you get I have a 9x9, 8x8, 9x9, whatever size you have, baking pan. Now, I put parchment paper. I'm sure most people know what parchment paper is, but just in case if you don't, you can buy it anywhere, Walmart, grocery stores, Dollarama, anything like that. The good thing about parchment paper is it's oven safe. It's not like wax paper. So you can certainly, I use it for everything. If I cook, bake, whatever, I use parchment paper. Nothing sticks to it. So with the Skor bits, because what actually happens is, or the Skor squares, sorry, the condensed milk, you know, obviously melts with the toffee. So it actually does almost go into like a caramel-like substance. So if you're wanting to, some people have made it without the parchment paper and weren't able to get the Skor squares out, so now they're just chipping away at it because it sticks to a pan. So it's just better to have parchment paper. You can certainly spray it with, if you want to spray it with some kind of spray, something like that, like a non-cook spray. You can certainly do that. I don't, I never have, because the parchment paper is, like I said, nothing really sticks to it. So here we go. Just pour it into the pan, and you just spread it out evenly. So we're doing that here. These are very addicting, so you might maybe want to make a few batches of it. It's a great, if you're taking for potluck, or if you're asked to go to someone's house and to bring a dessert, you can certainly, it's an easy dessert. Bake it, take it in the pan, cut it up in squares. Very, very simple to do. So what actually happens is then, once my oven is preheated, you just put it in the oven. I do 35 minutes for mine. I like mine a little bit crunchy, crispier, I guess, like the edges and things like that. That's just how I am, but of course other people like it a little bit not as hard, so you can take, you know, cook it for 30 minutes. But of course, depending on everyone's oven varies. So, you know, I have a convection oven, so again, I do anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes, usually on the 35 side. Again, I like the edges a little bit more crispy. So you bake it for about 35 minutes. When you take it out, you put the chocolate. You can use it calls for Aero bars, 4 Aero bars across the top of it. I usually have chocolate chips on hand because I bake quite a bit. So you can use semi-sweet, milk chocolate, whichever your preference is. You just put them on there. You put it back in the oven while the oven's off. You let it sit. Hi guys, just me back again. Sorry the other video ended. Now my iPad. So the Skor squares have been in for 35 minutes, so I'm going to take them out. So here they are, that's what they look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and put chocolate chips on. Again, you can use Aero bars. I have semi-sweet chocolate. Sprinkle it on. I don't really know. Maybe you can have the chocolate thicker if you want. Maybe half a cup to a cup, or a cup to a cup and a half. So I got the chocolate chips on. I got them kind of spread out a little bit. There you go. So what I'm going to do now is just put them back in the oven while the oven's off. The residual heat in the oven will melt the chocolate chips, so you can actually spread them on the top a little bit easier. So just a few more minutes. And when they're melted, I spread the chocolate chips and I sprinkle the remaining of the Skor bits on top. Let them cool to room temperature and let them set. I usually put it in the fridge so that it sets up a little bit easier. And then you kind of cut them into whatever size squares you want. So I will let you guys know what happens. So I'll come back and do another video when I put the Skor bits on. Or actually, I'll just wait, really. It's not going to take that long. So hopefully you enjoy the video. It's my first one, so I'm kind of a little nervous, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm just waiting for them to melt a little bit. And then I just get I just get a little offset spatula. It just makes it easier to spread it around. Just a little thing like that. Nothing major. Yeah, seems kind of odd just here. Let me just have a look. Again, now the chocolate's pretty much melted. Well, a few more minutes actually, maybe another minute. It doesn't take long, but depends on how many chocolate chips you put on. Hey, it's me again, back for the third time. Alright, so the chocolate chips are going to be melted. So, now take them out. Like I said, just spread it out with the offset spatula. Oh, smells so good. I'm a sucker for chocolate. I am chocoholic, really. I prefer milk chocolate, but semi-sweet I'm not going to complain or turn it down either, so spread it in a nice even layer. You can get fancy. Sometimes I make little decorations. I mean, you're not really going to see it because you do put the Skor bits on top. And the best thing is, I get to lick the chocolate off the spatula. So, it's a win-win. So anyway, there it is, without the Skor bits on. So I'll go put the Skor bits on. And it's just a quarter of the bag. And you just sprinkle it. And kind of lets people know what's in there as well when the Skor bits are on top. So just sprinkle away. It does take a little while for them to firm up. Sometimes, like I said, I'll put them in the fridge right away if I need them kind of right away to firm up. If not, I let them go to room temperature and then put them in. Yeah, so I'll show you what it looks like with the Skor bits on. There you go. So now let them cool again, like I said, room temperature, then put them in the fridge, let them harden up. You can leave them out to room temperature. It takes a little while for the chocolate to firm up. To cut them, even when you bring them out of the fridge, I would recommend using a warm, like a bigger knife to cut through them, because if you don't, the chocolate will sometimes crack. So let it come back up to room temperature after you take it out of the fridge, or use a dip knife in hot water. That way it's easier to cut through the chocolate. But as well, when I'm ready to cut them, I will do another little video and come back and show you what it looks like. So go ahead, bake them, enjoy them. It's so easy to make. If you're just a baker starting out and you want to try something, this is a great recipe to get started with. So let me know what you think. All right, talk to you guys later. Take care.